Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me. I'm going to do like a nice spring, glowy makeup look. I'm going to be using some of my favorite products, and I'm also going to be using some products from Shop Miss A. $1 makeup. Today's video is also in partnership with Shop Miss A, so I want to say thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. I've been using them for years. For $1, like, you get good quality makeup. I'm going to go over the products as well as I do my makeup. These sponges right here are my absolute holy grails. Majority of the things on the site is marked as $1, but some things do vary. Like this one is $1.88, and that's because the proceeds do go to charity. Anything marked with like a little A+ does go to charity as well for education, and anything with pawpaw on it goes to an animal charity, which I think is so amazing. First up, I'm just gonna be using my primer, which is just Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. So this is the primer spray from Shop Miss A. This has green tea, squalene, and 5 extracts in here. So it's really beneficial for the skin. This just feels so nice. The mist on it feels so great. So all the Shop Miss A products that I'm using today, I will leave linked for you down below in the description. I use a little bit of the Maybelline 4-in-1 Perfector. This is just a really like glowy base. I'm just gonna apply it to the high points of my cheekbones. And of course, later on we'll go in with highlighter and all of that. But right before the makeup, I like to apply it. It's kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury. It's pretty much a dupe for that. So it just gives a really nice sheen to the skin, like glowing from within look. These sponges are like the best. You do not need to break the bank to get a nice sponge. This has the most incredible bounce to it. Blends out everything like a dream. It's not like porous or anything, so it's not soaking up too much product. And it's just so soft. Literally so incredible. This one right here is the pack of 6, which was about $6. But if you get one, it's gonna be $1. So this is without it being dampened, and then this is dampened. For foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Shop Miss A, the AOA Studio. Their buildable satin foundation. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Sand. It reminds me of so many other foundations. And it's just such great quality for literally about $1. Still can't get over it. And when I initially apply, it does look a little bit more on the yellow side. But trust the process, because as I blend this out, you will see it just blends into the skin so nice and becomes one with my skin. I love it. Such like a soft, effortless kind of finish. And it is a satin finish, so it's not gonna be overly matte, it's not gonna be overly dewy, but it's a beautiful in-between, and then you can kind of alter it how you would like it. So you'll see I go in with more highlighter towards the end. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer, and this is in the shade Classic Beige. I feel like it's a beautiful, like, brightening shade, so I'm just gonna apply just a little bit right here. We're going with a different concealer to actually cover up my darkness, but this is just gonna be a brightening shade. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this concealer from Shop Miss A. This is the AOA Top Secret Concealer. It's come in a little pot, which is so perfect. This is in the shade Buff, and I'm gonna apply it with the point of the sponge right on top of this, and then it'll just all blend away, really seamless. So it'll be pretty much like mixed together. But this is pretty full coverage, which is so nice. And the blend of both of it together is just so stunning. I don't love a bright under eye. I've said that so many times, but I definitely want to have a little bit of a lighter under eye. It definitely won't look this bright towards the end. I'm going to keep on blending it out, and then once we have powder and everything, it's not going to look as light. But I'm just gonna hit these areas. To take away a little bit of that brightness, I'm just gonna bounce on top of this area a little bit. Still blend it up in that angled motion, so we still have that lifted look. But if you don't want it as bright, just go back in with a little bit of your foundation and kind of tap right on top of these areas, and it all just blends back out together. Gonna go in with a little bit of bronzer. I'm taking the Persona Sahara bronzer and applying that. Stippling motions. Everything just like meshes in and blends so effortless together. I just love when products like blend so seamless together like butter. I'm gonna take a little bit of this liquid highlighter before I go in with any powder. And this is the Shop Miss A AOA Glow Baby Liquid Highlighter. It's insane how pigmented this is. Just wanted to kind of blend on top of this right now while everything is still not set. And it all just becomes so pretty together. How stunning is that? Applying it with your base makeup, like underneath the foundation, and then a little bit of a liquid one on top, using more of a powder one after. Just kind of doing those steps and breaking it up is so key, especially for me. That's what I've noticed, is when I do it like that, it just gives the most beaming, natural, healthy glow. I've already done my brows off camera, but I do want to go in with this one right here, which is the AOA Micro Brow Pencil from Shop Miss A. It has these little rigid edges on it right here where it's really easy to get that like feathery, like microbladed brows. So I'm just going to follow these hairs right here upwards. One of my favorite brow pencils is actually from them, and I did use it today, but I did it off camera because it's just such a habit for me to just do them right before I turn the camera on. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Laura Mercier cream blush, and this is in the shade Southbound. This is the tinted moisturizer blush. This is so good. Pat it right here. Kind of go in like a little angle. I'm going to go back in with that same sponge and blend it out. So just use the side of it and just lightly tap over. A little like circular motion and stipple on top of it. And that just makes it literally blend into the skin so fast, but like so pretty. And this is slightly blending in with the concealer, which is definitely like that trend right now and that little like hack. I don't actually mind that. I think it looks pretty stunning. Now I'm gonna go with the LA Girl bronzer. This is the Back to the Beach bronzer. Lightly tap on top of the cream bronzer we did before. So I'm gonna be using my Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is my trusty setting powder. I'm just gonna use a little bit. It's in the shade Fair Light. I'm gonna take a little bit on a brush, one of my favorite brushes actually, to swipe away the powder or to set my powder. This is the AOA F25 brush. I'm gonna spritz my face first with the CoverGirl spray. Just wanna have a little bit, and I will just press just lightly on any areas, especially if I have a blemish. I just like to hit on top of it very lightly, and it goes down in texture, which is so awesome. I also have this powder right here from Shop Miss A, which is a setting powder in the shade Banana. So I'm gonna use a tiny dab of that as well, right into this area. And that just brightens just a little bit, and that just blends in with everything else. I do wanna use a little bit of this glowing powder from Laura Mercier, the translucent in Honey Star, and it just gives a little bit of extra glisten. I kind of like start moving my hand in the air, and then it just kind of like fans over my skin. I don't want to push down and apply too much pressure, but I'm just going to use a little bit and literally just fan over it. And it's okay if this gets into here. It's actually a setting powder that can be for the whole face because it's really finely milled and looks so natural, so stunning. I do have this fun palette from Shop Miss A as well, which is their AOA Orbit eyeshadow. Just gonna go in with this neutral shade right here. Just going to set down everything on the eye. Taking this shimmery shade right here with my finger. I'm gonna put that into the center. Oh my goodness. Hello. This one right here, which is a beautiful, like, burnt orange, and apply that on my lower lash line. It's really just giving like pop of color. That's what this palette is screaming to me. Oh my goodness. For my inner waterline, I'm gonna line them with a nude eyeliner. This one is from Essence, and this is the Silky Nude. I love when this just looks like it's so fresh. I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara, and this is the Uncensored. Just going to apply it lightly to my eyes. I've been doing this first before my lashes. I think it actually like grips the lash better. I'm going with some Salon Perfect lashes. I'm going to trim them up quite a bit on the outer corner. I'm going to pop those on off camera, and I'll be right back. I'm going in with two different blushes. I did a cream one earlier, and I'm going to go in with two powder ones. The first one being Bare Minerals. This is their new Blonzer, which is a bronzer and blush in one, and it has a little bit of shimmer to it. This is the shade Kiss of Pink. I love it. So I'm just going to put that right on top of what we did before. Again, I go in with the sponge. I do that for like every single step just because I really want it to look like skin. And then taking the slightest amount of the AOA Perfect blush. This is from Shop Miss A as well. This is in the shade Euphoria. Literally a tiny dab will do you. Just right back here. So for lip liner, I'm going to go in with two as well. Obviously, that's optional. First one being LA Colors. This is the lip liner in Cappuccino. And I'm just going to line my lips first. Then I'm going in with the AOA lip liner in the shade Cuddle, which is from Shop Miss A as well. It's a little bit on like the pinky nude. Then I'm going to go in with a tiny dab of their lipstick, which is their Wonder Lipstick in the shade Beige. So I'm just going to do a little bit into the center. And then I blend with my finger. Taking the Shop Miss A Glaze Lip Gloss. It's a clear lip gloss, and clearly I like it over other products because it's kind of pink on the bottle, but I'm just going to apply this right on top, and that will give a really pretty glossy look. Taking the slightest amount of the mascara we used earlier, I'm gonna pop a little bit to the lower lashes, but just a tad. Now to set all of that down, I'm going in with the Shop Miss A. This is the AOA Oil Control Setting Spray. Gonna help keep it in place. Love doing this to set my makeup. Once I've done that, that completes this look, this Get Ready With Me. I am in love with it. Such like a healthy, kind of rosy glow. Again, I'm gonna have everything listed for you down below in the description, so make sure to check that out. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.